But on to China. The protests there against these brutal lockdowns. You know, there are a third of China's citizens apparently now living in some form of restrictions. And this is 3 years after the start of the pandemic, when the rest of us, the world, is getting on with life. How serious are these protests?
Well, Andrew, I think they're very serious. They don't yet threaten Xi Jinping's rule. The repressive power of the Chinese state is enormous, but it shows how crazy a one-man dictatorship can be. Xi Jinping is much more like Vladimir Putin than it appears at the surface. I mean, he's smarter and he has a better sense of the world, but this is a mad policy. So they want zero COVID and they don't want the modern effective Western mRNA vaccinations. So if you want zero COVID and you won't take the most effective vaccinations, you've got to have permanent lockdown. Now, they have terrorised their own people for years and years and years and years now, but their people are so fed up and disgusted and imprisoned by these rules and policies that they're coming out in the streets and protesting in full knowledge of the risks that they're taking. And how eloquent are those blank white pieces of paper? We may not speak, they're saying. And how courageous for Chinese protesters to be screaming, Xi Jinping resign. I think they're going to suffer further retaliatory action by the Chinese security forces. But this is a remarkable moment that we're seeing. Up till now, the Chinese state would have been smart enough to react by changing its policies. But Xi Jinping seems to be locked into this policy. Like a lot of one-man dictators, he cannot admit a mistake.